Is that black ship in the sun? No air conditioning. Sounds amazing. Yes. Black camos are very nice. I wish they would just sell them for regular ships instead of having to buy additional ship. That would be nice. Alright, so I don't want to cap a point, so I'll just move them up here. And that's good. But here's the Palmer in black in the sun. Looks pretty nice, huh? Alright, so let's talk about positioning here in clan battles. This map is tough because it's a smallish map, and so the idea of kiting and going around the flanks is relatively difficult. Let's talk about from the north first of all. From the north, you're going to have two battleships in your fight, two tier 10s. Generally speaking, I would recommend you send one to C and one towards A. You want to open up cross shots as quickly as you can. I see, hey, winner, thank you very much for the resub. Best map ever. Damn right. So I typically recommend a battleship over here because from over here you've got shots on A. You also have shots on C. Generally speaking, it's a good idea, in my opinion, to be kind of in a kiting away position like this, so that you can, maybe even like this, so that you can scoot if you're on the weak side and the enemy, you just happen to find the enemy's strong side. Positioning is easy, says Mara Draco. Okie dokie. Positioning is easy. All you have to do is position some where you'll win. Right? It's Crazy Fox. Nope. Giveaways are global. You will get codes, you can put them in, and they work for everything. So then over here, on this side of the map, for a battleship, I generally like throwing something up here, but you have to be careful because if you go too far forward, then you run into the islands here, and that strongly limits your movement. So, to me, I kind of like putting a battleship over here. This is a pretty strong position for a Kremlin. So if you were to put the Ohio, for example, over by C, northern side, Kremlin over here, I think that's pretty good because then you've got the ability to go into A or B if you need to, bow in and just, be annoying, like the collision alert. Cruisers. Cruisers will have a tough time on this map because there's so few islands and there's so many opportunities for cross shots. If you're playing a Russian cruiser, then this island is your friend. Like right here is good for a radar cruiser. You can radar A that way. Keep in mind, you're not going to be able to shoot much. The trap on this is if you pull forward up to about here, you are extremely open to shots coming from BC area in the south. So you have to be very cautious there. You could also play something right over here. Hey, show viewer. I do have the fewest emotes, that is true. I should probably work on that, but life gets in the way sometimes. So a Des Moines position is pretty strong right here. You can pop out and be a jerk if you want to. I've seen Salem's play over here too. Just keep in mind that if you're the weak side and the enemy strong side appears, you die pretty quick. So you got to be careful with that. Other strong positions that I like for ships, for cruisers specifically, this big island right here is pretty good for a Russian cruiser like a Stalingrad or something like that. Hey, Puckhead, thank you for the resub, dude. Let's get some 510s in your name. Yes. So this is a good island because it blocks your shots from the side, and it does allow you to pop up and kind of support what's happening at BCAP. There's one other island that I want to draw your attention to if you're playing a radar cruiser, and that's going to be this big island north of BC. This is a very strong position to put a radar cruiser, especially a Des Moines, because the radar from here should be able to cover both B and C caps. So that comes in very handy. That allows you to radar Bravo. It allows you to radar Charlie. it's really handy. Just keep in mind that from here, if the enemy pushes through C, you've got to be ready to run away. So that's the, you know, that's the one big thing about that. Later, you know, some of the other islands you can use to kind of protect your advance, but that's where I would put my initial cruisers, my radar cruisers. Your flanking cruisers most likely are going to be over on the Charlie side because that's the more open side, and you're going to start working away a little bit. Sith Kitten giving a tier 1 sub to 6-shooter. Thank you, Sith Kitten, for doing that. Here's some 510s for you. So...
Did I mention Choo Choo?
Oh my god. We're getting into a hype train now. That's great. So yeah, I usually recommend Kitey team on that side. Now, then destroyers. Destroyers, you're probably going to want to pop destroyers over one on each side. I would not recommend going into B early on because, frankly, B is a death trap when you have all your... oh my god. When you have all of your radar in positions. If you're up against an enemy... yeah, thank you, Mar Draco. And Titans, send Sith Kitten a message about that. She'll take care of you. But anyways, so with all the radars, I don't like sending a destroyer into B cap right away. There is absolutely no cover for a destroyer at B cap. None whatsoever. So I'd be careful with that. I'd be absolutely careful with that. If you're gonna go into the B cap with a destroyer and you're afraid of radar, you're gonna want to come in near the edges of islands. So if you do get radared, you can hit W and you can try to get cover. The problem is you're gonna take a good amount of damage trying to get that cover. So in my opinion, I would recommend you not do that early on. Let the battle start unfolding. Scout for your team both flanks. It's really important to know where the enemy is going. Now, you could play a destroyer. I've seen this tons of times played, you know, maybe kind of by this small island here, just so you can watch and observe what's happening on this side of the map. You could definitely do that. That's very much worth it. But you have to be on the top of your game in destroyer on this map. You absolutely have to be on the top of the game. This map is unique in that, for the most part, mirrored. It's the exact same deployment, just reversed from what I said, right? So you put a radar cruiser in the notch here south of CCAP. You know, the island here, AB, is a very strong point. You can put your cruiser there. Generally speaking, what I like to do is post a cruiser off to the side, especially... Hey, you're welcome, Stalwart Dr. Fox. So if you are like... and you'll get to use that later on, by the way. That's going to be fun. But you know, you put your cruiser like here, and then you've got the ability to either go A or go B, depending on how the battle unfolds. But generally speaking, on the south side, I think A is better suited for kite away. I think the island here just screws you more than it helps you for trying to advance. I have seen cruisers use the island here to help, and that absolutely works. So. We've got a hype train going, and thank you for the bits. Oh my god, Metal Sporks. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. And Mar Draco, seriously, thank you for the tier 5 or for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Really appreciate that. Chat, any specific questions at this point on Riposte? I'm going to fire off some 510s while I wait for you guys to ask your questions. This was fast because it's a small map and it's a reflected map. So if you want to ask about a specific ship and stuff like that, I can answer that for you. Is the map in randoms? No, the map is not in randoms. It showed up in clan battles only, and I think it might have shown up in arms race at one season as well. Oh my god, we made it to a level 3 hype train. This is why you haven't seen it. That's correct. All right, let's do some 510s here. Yes, it was in ranked as well. Nevsky. Strong position for Nevsky. All right. There's one. I gotta fire off 5 more. 6 more because Diz just resubbed as well. Thank you, Diz. So for a Nevsky, I would put the Nevsky over on the kite side. Nevsky's a pretty strong kiting ship that needs a lot of water to maneuver. I think you put the Nevsky over on the seaside, and it's too. The islands don't help it. All the islands do is prevent it from being able to run away. So I would put the Nevsky Foxtrot 2 or 3 or something like that, and have it work its way up the kite flank. Now, you could also sub out Nevsky for Venezia, maybe an Henri, maybe a Zhao, maybe Yoshino. But the Nevsky, of course, is a very strong ship because it's got the 12-kilometer radar. Now, God, I love those 510s. And then over on the other side up here, we've got the, the same idea, right? Delta 9, 10. You can kite away, be a total pain in the butt. If C is being capped and you want to get close enough to radar it, you can. And the 180s are fantastic for long-range spammy fire. So Seal, that would be my recommendation for where to put a Nevsky. Obviously, everybody's different with clan battles. Goals are different and stuff like that. So, by all means, change it up.
Just remember, if we get to tier 5, the dirty water usually comes out early.
Funny you should mention that. I was just going to talk about that. If we get to a level 5 hype train, the negotiations with the wife begin. Now, she told me hard stop at I have to be eating dinner at 6:30. But that doesn't mean I can't stream until 6:25. And
I mean, you could eat and stream.
It's lasagna. You don't want to see me eat that, and I don't want to risk.
See you angry eat a banana. I can't imagine that lasagna.
I'm with Zach. I don't want to risk an angry wife.
You're welcome, Seal. You're welcome, Seal. Chat, any other ships, any other questions regarding Riposte, please ask now. I've got a couple more 510s to go off. In addition to streaming a little bit longer, I also pull out the good stuff, the dirty water, extra dirty water, I should say, the scotch, and we have some fun with that. Here's to 625 then, Puckhead. That's right. We have 2 minutes to go if we can get to that level 5 hype train. We also give away additional goodies, and I just got a drop of whole bunch of World of Warships codes, so I've got stuff to give away. What is Riposte's replay file name? Oh god, that's a good question. I don't know that I have an answer for you on that one. You remember the great pizza eating clip of King of the Sea before that? Oh my god, Jer! Oh my god, Jer just got us 5 gifted subs. I gotta do 510s 5 more times. Positions for Petro. Petro, radar cruiser, I would put it in Foxtrot 4. I'd put it in maybe Hotel 6. Gives it options to move and bow in as necessary. It's very strong that way. And on the flip side, if you're on the northern spawn, I'd put it maybe Charlie 6. I really like seeing it over at Echo 7 because you get the option of going to B or C. Petro is a fantastic military navigation. Thank you, Painzer. It's a fantastic overpowered ship and should be on everybody's lineup in clan battles. I actually had a video where I explained that before. So let me see if I can find that video. I have to search my channel. Let's go to my channel. All right. And there it is. Suggestions. So I'm going to put this this link in chat here. And if you want my suggestions for a good ships in clan battles, check that out. Any other questions? Puckhead with the bits. Let's get some more 510s as I wait for questions from chat. 3 minutes to go. Can we complete our level 5 hype train? Hey, Lazy Lone Lion, how you doing?
Hey, Zach, do you guys at any of your stores get like local milk in the glass bottles?
No.
Ricey's just brought me some from our local dairy. and it's
Mm.
chocolate milk, and the stuff is so thick it's like a milkshake.
That's amazing. That's awesome. What am I hiding in the first 2 seconds, Mardraco? I have no idea. I think I had opened that video before and it just, you know, linked it there or something like that. So, Phobel, what about Stalingrad? Stalingrad is strong, but the problem with Stalingrad is that Petro is simply better at everything. It doesn't burn as long. It has the ability to take both hydro and radar. It has the enhanced AP penetration capabilities. The guns are 360-degree turrets. They can rotate. It does not take as much damage as easily as the Stalingrad does. You see what I'm getting at? Stalingrad is still strong. It's got very powerful guns, really good for cross-shooting and stuff like that. But you're going to have to play farther back because of the fact that it's takes damage so easily and can be farmed down. Nox, yes, Stalingrad is better at longer range, and Stalingrad in conjunction with 2 battleships can really open up some cross shots, absolutely. But if you have to decide between the two, I think the Petro offers far more utility than a Stalingrad does.
Hey, Kibagami.
Hey, Kibagami, how you doing? Coughlin says the only thing Stalingrad does better than Petro is long-range sniping and HE fire. Probably, Coughlin. Probably. The radar, if I remember right, doesn't last as long as well, so there's that.